Good morning, y'all. It is October 4th, and I just got dropped back on trail. I hiked point one up to this Mashapakong shelter. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is the shelter that MLB and Mule stayed at that night that I got off. So I took a zero yesterday, and I'm ducking the shelter because it's super windy today. Man, it feels like fall today for sure. It's like about 50 degrees, pretty breezy. I would even say windy, and it's so beautiful. The sun's out. Everything's shimmering because of all the rain yesterday. And by the way, it was like 46 degrees yesterday, raining, drizzled all day, just nasty day. So glad I ducked out. I ducked out in Mosey's place, and man, she is an amazing lady. She's so sweet. That place is so nice. It felt like home. She brought me here this morning. I helped her take some recycling, and then we dropped off her grandson at his school, and then she dropped me off here. So I'm back on trail. I feel good today. It's supposed to be 2 beautiful days coming up today, which is Friday, and tomorrow Saturday. Sunday it's supposed to rain a little bit. Monday it's supposed to rain real bad, but I have a package coming to Davenport Water Gap, and so I have to be there Monday anyways, and I should get there Sunday, so I don't really have to do a lot of miles. And if it's still a nasty day Monday, I might just duck out to do a Nero when I get in town. But anyways, yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to get back on trail, man. But the fall, I mean, it feels like fall more than it has ever today. Yeah, so let me see. Am I forgetting anything? Probably. But if I remember, I'll get back with y'all. But for now, I am going to hike southbound, and I will get back with y'all. Hey y'all. So when I was up there on the Culver Fire Tower, I saw MLB and Mule and his dad. They were all hunched behind a rock, trying to get out of the wind. Yeah, so they're back there, but I had to leave. I mean, that wind is freezing, and it's really windy today, and it hasn't really warmed up much because of the wind. But man, when you're up there on that bald and that wind's just coming at you, I could feel it penetrating right through my raincoat. and it is freezing. And tonight it's supposed to get down to 32 degrees. My weather app's saying 34. Either way, it's gonna be cold. I'm gonna have to sleep with my filter and my phone and my batteries and everything. So yeah, that'll be fun, but you know, it's part of it. And what else? Oh, they said they're gonna stop at the shelter it's actually only 5.5 miles up. It's only noon though, and it's cold. So I want to stop with them, but I don't know. I might just keep going just to hike and stay warm, and then just pitch my tent at that next tent site and dip in there and get a little extra miles. Might be nice. But the thing is I don't have, like I said, Delaware Water Gap, I have a package on Monday and I can get there Sunday easily. So I don't know, it might be better just to slow down, but I'm feeling good today too. So it's like, man, I should do miles today. So, you know, a lot of options. Not really sure what I'm going to do yet. But man, other than the wind, it is a beautiful day out. It really is. But right now we're just on this ridge and it's super windy. Yeah, but man, it's so beautiful. Anyways, I'm going to keep on hiking. I'll get back with y'all. All right. So I went to that shelter with MLB. It was only 12 miles. They were going to that shelter because Mule's hiking with his dad and they don't want to wear his dad down. So it was like 2:20 and I was debating whether or not to go ahead, but I was like, you know what? It'd be fun to camp with them tonight because tomorrow they're only doing 7 miles and then Mule's parents are going to pick them up. But I need to do more miles than that. Like I haven't been doing a lot of miles lately, so I really need to get some in, even though, I mean, I gotta wait around in Delaware Water Gap for my package on Monday. I still, want to do more miles, but I thought it would be cool to go to the shelter and just camp with them tonight, and then tomorrow I was just gonna keep hiking. So when we got there were these two guys. One guy was in a cotton shirt, you can tell, just doesn't really know what he's doing. And he had a dog, and the dog wasn't on a leash. So when MLB went up into the shelter, the dog started barking at him aggressively. And I was like, whoa. And then he got a hold of his dog, calmed him down. So I went up into the shelter, and I put my pack down. The dog came up to me, so I put my hand out. And and I closed my fingers up so he could sniff me, and the dog nipped at me and then growled, and then he like chomped at me again. And so of course I'm going to be upset, because nothing upsets me more. Well, a lot of stuff upsets me, but when people bring bad dogs out on the trail, they shouldn't bring any bad dogs out here. And honestly, your dog kind of should be on a leash, but a lot of people, their dogs are really well trained, and I don't really, if they're well trained and nice, I don't really care about the leash thing. But this dog obviously was aggressive, so I told the guy, I was like, hey, your dog just bit me. And and I probably said it like, dude, your dog just bit me. I was upset, obviously. And he goes, what did you do to it? He blamed me for his dog biting me. He blamed me for his irresponsibility. I mean, I just don't understand the nerve of these people. And I started looking at him. That's when I noticed the cotton shirt and everything. And I'm not going to lie. I told him, I said, F you. You need to get your dog and get out of this shelter, because the shelters are for people, not bad dogs. And I don't want to stay at that shelter with a dog roaming around that may bite me. I don't want to have to be looking behind my back and have a dog bite me in the Achilles heel, And so I told him, I'm like, listen, you need to get out of here. And I was, pretty stern with him. And, he acted like he wasn't leaving. So this is the stream I was going to get water out of, but it's bone dry. I walked, I don't know, like 50 yards downhill to see if there was any water, and there's absolutely none. So there's this trail, it's 2.3 miles ahead, and it goes to Crater Lake. It's like, I think 0.4 to the lake, and it has water. So I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do, because the next water source is another 9 miles after that. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on hiking. I guess I'm gonna go to that Crater Lake trail and walk down it and get some water out of the lake. Maybe there's some camping around there. I don't know. That's stuff you got to do when there's a drought. You got to just make do. So 2.3 miles ain't too bad. I'll get there, and I'll get back with y'all. All right. Hey y'all. So I made it. There's this side trail on the gut hooks that said it was a 0.4 to Crater Lake. And so I was hiking, and where it said it was, there was this trail that said Hemlock Pond Trail. But on gut hooks, it says it's called Crater Lake Trail. So I didn't want to take that trail, because I didn't know if it was the right trail or not. Because I didn't want to walk down some trail and not know where it went. So when I kept hiking a little bit, and I could see this lake, and I'm assuming this is Crater Lake behind me. And I saw this road bed that just kind of went down to it. So I was like, what the heck? And I walked down. And it's probably like not even 0.1 down, and it came right here to this spot. And I'm assuming this is Crater Lake, but maybe that is where people come, the access back there, because it doesn't look like there's access anywhere else. So I avoided that 0.4 trail anyways, and I got water. I got 2 liters, and I filled up my well, I have a cellular bag now. I'm getting a new Ceanoc bag, because the seam on my old Ceanoc bag on the nozzle broke. So my wife's sending me a new Ceanoc bag to Delaware Water Gap. So I'm using a cellular water bag right now, and it only holds like a liter. So I have 3 liters of water, which is plenty. And I saw some camping up on the AT above this roadbed. So I'm just gonna hike back up there and probably camp there unless I see a better spot. So yeah, but at least I got water. That's the important thing. And I definitely didn't take a .4 trail to get here. It was just this little side roadbed or something. I don't know what it is, but it came right down to the lake. So I got water. Now I just got to camp. I think it's almost 5 o'clock, so it's probably a good time. It's getting cold. I mean, you can tell it's getting real cold. It's supposed to be freezing tonight, so I'm probably going to have to sleep with all my electronics and my water filter and all that stuff. But let me go ahead and climb back out of this and find a camp, and I will get back with y'all. All right. All right, y'all. This is my home for the night. And I am by Crater Lake. Crater Lake is right down there. And the AT is right there, that line. So I'm not too far off from the AT. And then if you look right around here was that road that went straight down to the lake where I got the water. So I'm at mile 877 near Crater Lake on the AT, and this is just kind of a stealth spot, and I'm gonna call it home for the night. All right, y'all. So let me see. It's like almost 6 o'clock, and got here a little late, and it's gonna get cold tonight. I already feel the temp dropping, so I'm gonna just wear all my layers. I didn't pick up my mids or my liner for my sleeping bag, so I'm gonna use my contractor bag and put it on the outside of my sleeping bag for a little bit more insulation. And like I said, I'm gonna have to sleep with my electronics and my water filter so it doesn't freeze. Keep my water bottles inside next to me. That should be good enough. Hopefully they won't freeze. But if they do, I can just walk right down to that lake and get some more water. The water in the lake was pretty warm, which I'm happy about. I usually don't like warm water, but I was happy because anything warm is, I don't want to drink cold water right now with it being this cold. Yeah, so I'm just going to end it for tonight. I'm just going to sit on that rock. I'm going to eat, edit my video for a little bit until the sun goes down. I'm going to get in my tent and hunker down and man, and just embrace or brace for the cold. So it's supposed to be, they're saying it's supposed to be 30 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning, which sounds pretty brutal to me. But you know, I'll deal with it. I've slept in colder weather, so I usually have had my mids and my liner, but hey, what can you do, you know? Yeah, so today was just a weird day, and that whole thing with the dog and the shelter, and I don't know. I think it's better that I just hike on my own anyways. And yeah, so tomorrow, like, I'm hoping to do a lot of miles, and I should get pretty close to Delaware Water Gap, and then I'll hike in there Sunday, and it's supposed to rain Sunday and Monday, and depending on how bad it is, I'll probably just, there's a hostel there, and just dip out in that, stay in that hostel, try to duck out the rain. But I mean, it could change, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for sure, but that's kind of the game plan so far. So I will talk with y'all in the morning. All right.